Hello again. This time for 8th grade, we are working on Z15, Write linear functions in word problems. Okay, so in this lesson, what I want you to understand is that everything needs to be written in y equals mx plus b, where y is the total or the outcome, and mx is going to be my variable that changes. And in these first few questions, plus b is not there because they're not adding anything additional. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? And this is all going to come together for you. Okay, so it says Joel's retirement party costs $2 for every guest he invites. Did it say how many guests he invited? Did he invite 4? Did he invite 44? We don't know. Write an equation that shows the relationship between the guest is going to be unknown of x and the total cost is going to be y. Do you see how that comes out? So my total cost is going to be y. So it's going to say y equals, if I can get my pen to write, y equals, and then it says let your guest be an x. So it's going to say 2x. That is our slope. And there's no additional cost. It doesn't say plus $50 for this party. It doesn't say any of that. So right here, we are going to have y equals, oh, not the plus sign, y equals 2x, and we are finished. Let's rumble. Let's do it. Okay, so a cab company charges $1 per cab ride. Here we go, plus an additional $1 per mile driven. Write an equation that shows the relationship in distance x and the y cost. Okay, so we want to put this in y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Did it say, okay, so it charges $1 per cab ride. I read that wrong the very first time. Charges $1 per cab ride. How much is it going to cost you to get in that cab ride and go nowhere? $1. So it's going to be a base pay of $1. No matter what, when you first get into that cab, it's going to be $1. It says plus, there's your plus sign, an additional $1 per mile. Okay, so what do we have? Additional $1 per mile. It says write an equation that shows the relationship between the miles or distance, let it be an x. How much was it per mile? $1. And the cost being y. So what is your total cost going to be? So right here, we are going to write y equals 1x plus 1. Let's do it. Y equals 1x plus 1. Okay. Nice. I got another one right. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Push pause. See if you can set this up. Go as far as you can go. Come back and push play. Okay, let's do it. Tiana has already run 1 mile on her own, and she expects to run 1 mile during each track practice. Write an equation that's going to show the relationship between the number of practices. So what is practices going to be? An x. And the total distance. Good job. Okay, so we don't know because right now this sounds like it's at the very beginning of the week. So we want it to be in line with y equals mx plus b. We know it's going to start with y equals. My m is going to be the number of practices. So how many miles is she going to run every practice? 1. Does this say how many practices she's going to this week? It just says during each practice. We can assume, but it doesn't say. So it's unknown. They might only have 2 practices. They might have 3 practices. Or they might have 2 a days and go twice a day to practice. And what do we add for our plus b? It says she has already ran 1 mile. So here is the equation that we are going to be using. Let's jump it in. Are you ready? Y equals 1x plus 1. And submit. Okay, I'm going to go to the next section. So just 1 minute. Okay, so now we're in the middle of this IXL practice and the questions get a little bit more complicated, so let's use our same formula. Y equals mx plus b, so I'm going to go ahead and write it down so we know where we're at. Okay, so mx is a number that changes, and let's find it. Dakota set her watch 3 seconds behind. Okay, that's a one-time thing, 3 seconds behind. It falls behind another 2 seconds every day. There it is. It says set the days be x. So I already know that's going to be 2x. And then what is, so I'm going to keep my y because it says right here in the seconds behind y. And plus b, what is that plus b going to be? Well, it says at the very beginning of this lesson, or very beginning of the week, I guess, Dakota set her watch behind 3 seconds. It sounds like Dakota needs a new watch. Okay, so we're going to add all of these seconds up and find out write an equation that shows the relationship between the days since watch was last set and the seconds behind. So this equation will give us that correct answer. If you notice, I jumped up to where we already have one ribbon so we can make sure that we get our all the easy skills, medium skills, and some of the harder skills. So I'm going to start out, what is my equation? If you said y equals mx plus b, that's exactly what I'm going to work with. So Lila has already baked 4 pies. Where is 4 pies going to go? She's already baked 4 pies. Nice job, plus 4. She's already baked 4 of them. So 4 is actually a starting point. And she can bake 2 pies with each additional cup of sugar. Write an equation that shows the relationship between cups of sugar being x. I already know where my x is. And what goes in front of the x? Well, the 2. 2 pies per cups of sugar. And so therefore, y equals 2x plus 4. That's what it is. I hope this lesson has been helpful for you. Come back and see me when you need more IXL help.